Welcome back to another deep dive. Today, we're cracking open part 4, Your Personal Blueprint. It's from Steve Resak's book, The Launchpad Years, Reinventing Yourself in Early Adulthood.
Yeah, a really insightful section.
Definitely. Our mission today is figuring out how you can craft a really vivid vision for your future self. You know, not just dreaming, but actually building it. We'll get into some practical visualization techniques, setting goals that actually stick. And this is where I think it gets really interesting, the surprising role of discomfort.
Yeah, that discomfort piece is key. But what's fascinating first is how Resak moves beyond just like vague hopes.
Right.
He offers concrete ways to make a fulfilling life.
Yeah.
You know, across career, relationships, well-being, personal growth, feel really tangible.
Tangible how?
Through something he calls sensory scripting.
Sensory scripting. Okay, that sounds like more than just picturing something quickly in your head. What's the power behind that?
Exactly. It's not just seeing your future. Resak argues you should, write it out like a movie scene, really vivid.
A movie scene?
Yeah, engaging all your senses. What do you hear? What do you smell? What does success feel like? Even the texture of, say, your ideal workspace.
Huh. So it's deep, multisensory.
Right. And he believes that kind of locks the vision into your subconscious way more effectively than just, standard mental imagery. It becomes a real blueprint for action.
So, okay, if I'm scripting my ideal job, I'd describe the buzz in the office, maybe the coffee aroma, that feeling of nailing a tough project.
Precisely that. It sounds incredibly immersive because it is.
Okay, that makes sense.
And tied right into that blueprint, naturally, is goal setting.
Right, goals.
But not just any goals. He really emphasizes flexible goals. Goals deeply rooted in your, and this is his term, non-negotiable core values.
Non-negotiable core values. Okay, that feels important.
Yeah.
What does he mean by non-negotiable? Different from just values?
Yeah, it's not generic stuff like success or happiness.
Yeah.
It's your fundamental truths. What really drives you. Is it intellectual curiosity, creative freedom, making a difference in your community, maybe autonomy?
Okay.
Resak stresses these are your compass points. Because, look, external circumstances, they're going to shift, especially in these launchpad years.
Always, yeah.
So aligning your goals with these deep core values gives you a stable anchor. It keeps you on track even when things are, turbulent.
So you can adapt without losing yourself. Gives you agency.
Exactly. A profound sense of agency. Your goals might evolve, the how might change, but the why, that stays constant because it's tied to those values.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so that brings us to maybe the most counterintuitive bit.
Discomfort.
Yeah, discomfort. It's so easy to think, avoid that, run away.
Right. But what Resak highlights, and this lines up with a lot of psychological theories about self-actualization, reaching your potential, is that significant personal growth always happens outside your comfort zone. Always.
Always. Wow.
Think about it. Learning a new skill, taking on a big project, even just having a difficult but really necessary conversation.
Yeah, those are rarely comfortable at first.
Exactly. That feeling of unease, that awkwardness. It's not a stop sign. Resak reframes it. It's a necessary signal.
A signal for what?
For learning, for expansion, for developing new capacities you didn't have before.
So if I'm starting, say, a new side hustle or trying to learn coding and I feel kind of overwhelmed or clumsy, that's actually okay, maybe even good.
That's the idea. But it's a great question you raise implicitly. How do we tell that good discomfort from genuine burnout or just unhealthy stress?
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
And Resak isn't saying push yourself into constant crippling stress. No, it's about intentional, growth-oriented discomfort.
Intentional, okay.
Pushing just beyond your current edge, not, jumping off a cliff. It's recognizing that feeling of stretching, that good kind of hard.
The good kind of hard. I like that.
That feeling facilitates learning, builds resilience, expands who you are. It transforms a potentially negative thing into a positive catalyst. It's an indicator you're actually growing.
So pulling this all together then, you got the sensory scripting to build that vivid blueprint, anchoring your flexible goals in those deep, non-negotiable values.
Right. The compass.
And then reframing discomfort, seeing it not as a roadblock,
but as a roadmap. A signal that growth is happening, or at least possible. It points towards developing new capacities.
Exactly. Which really leads to a powerful question for you, the listener.
It does. If significant growth happens outside the comfort zone,
Yeah.
And discomfort signals that edge.
Then the provocative thought is this. What discomfort, maybe even a subtle one you barely notice, might you intentionally embrace today?
What small stretch?
Yeah, what stretch could propel you beyond your current limits and closer to that detailed, sensory-rich personal blueprint you're crafting for your ideal future self?
That's definitely food for thought.
Yeah.
Where's that growth edge for you right now?
Indeed. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into crafting your future self.